Once upon a time, in a small village nestled deep in the woods, there lived a sweet little girl named Red Riding Hood. She was called that because she always wore a bright red hood that her grandmother had lovingly made for her. Red Riding Hood was known for her kindness and gentle nature, and she loved to visit her grandmother who lived on the other side of the forest. One sunny morning, Red Riding Hood's mother called her into the kitchen and said, "My dear, your grandmother isn't feeling well. She's caught a cold, and I'm worried about her. Would you be a kind girl and take this basket of goodies to her?" Red Riding Hood nodded eagerly, her red hood bouncing as she agreed. Her mother packed a basket with freshly baked bread, a jar of honey, and some sweet berries. She even added a bouquet of colorful wildflowers. "Remember, Red," her mother cautioned, "stay on the path and don't talk to strangers. Your grandmother's house is not too far, but it's important to be careful." Red Riding Hood promised to be cautious and set off on her journey through the woods, humming a cheerful tune. The birds chirped, and the sunbeams filtered through the tall trees, creating a magical world around her. As Red Riding Hood skipped along the path, she suddenly noticed a friendly-looking wolf who had a big smile on his face. "Good morning, little girl," the wolf greeted her. "Where are you headed today?" Red Riding Hood, with her innocent heart, replied, "I'm on my way to visit my grandmother. She's not feeling well, and I'm bringing her some goodies." The wolf's eyes sparkled with a mischievous glint as he learned about Red Riding Hood's destination. "Oh, how sweet of you! I'm sure your grandmother will be delighted to see you. But, there's a shortcut through the forest. It's much faster than following this winding path." Red Riding Hood hesitated. She knew her mother had warned her not to talk to strangers or take shortcuts, but the wolf seemed so friendly. "Which way is the shortcut?" she asked. The wolf pointed deeper into the woods and said, "Just follow that path, and you'll reach your grandmother's house in no time." Red Riding Hood thanked the wolf and, with her basket of goodies in hand, ventured into the woods. Unbeknownst to her, the wolf took a different path, hoping to reach the grandmother's house before her. As Red Riding Hood walked deeper into the forest, the woods became denser, and the path grew narrower. She soon realized that she had lost her way and had no idea how to reach her grandmother's house. A feeling of unease washed over her. Meanwhile, the wolf had reached the grandmother's house. He knocked on the door, pretending to be Red Riding Hood. "Who is it?" asked the frail voice of the grandmother from inside. "It's me, your granddaughter, Red Riding Hood," the cunning wolf replied, trying to sound like Red Riding Hood. The grandmother, unable to see well due to her cold, opened the door. But as soon as she saw the wolf's sharp teeth and fierce eyes, she gasped in fear. Back in the forest, Red Riding Hood realized her mistake and retraced her steps to find the main path. She reached her grandmother's house just in time to see the wolf attempting to impersonate her. With a loud scream, Red Riding Hood rushed inside. Her brave and timely arrival startled the wolf, and he fled into the woods. Red Riding Hood and her grandmother hugged each other tightly, grateful for the reunion and for Red Riding Hood's safe return. From that day on, Red Riding Hood never wandered from the path again, and she learned a valuable lesson about the importance of listening to her mother's warnings. And so, they all lived happily ever after, knowing that kindness and caution are the best companions on any journey, even through the deep, dark woods.